we're going to talk about the big one, the big question, how solar works. Apologize for my artwork, but let's just dive right into it. How solar works. We build ourselves a house here, and we're going to put some solar up on that roof right away. So what you'll see in a utility diagram is you're going to put, they typically show you a box out here, which would be a string inverter. I'm going to label this INV for inverter. Some other systems you'll see have microinverters, which is an inverter on the back of every panel. For today's drawing and educational purposes, the inverters do the same thing. And what they do is they take the power from the panels, which is coming in as DC energy, and convert it and put it out as AC energy. The AC energy is what our home can use. And when you look at the home solar production, the first job that we do with the solar panels is to consume it. So we eat it up during the daytime to power our house. Any surplus will go back to the utility grid, and then you'll return that energy at nighttime or when the sun is lower in the sky for your consumption. And this over here, this return, so energy DC converts to AC, the home uses it, and then surplus will go back. This is where you hear the term net metering. And with net metering, when it's going out to the grid, you will receive a rate for rate credit on your bill for that energy. So let's talk about this again. We have the solar panels catching the sun in the sky. So we'll put our sun shining down, Mr. Golden Sun. We shine on the panels, we produce DC energy. It goes through an inverter, converts to AC energy. The home uses it here. Any surplus is going back to the grid. This is that fancy term net metering, where you're getting a rate for rate bill credit in most utility jurisdictions. Just check with your local utility to see how net metering is described, and it's typically rate for rate. And you will see where we are in New England is what we find is you'll have your bell curve of solar production between March and October. So November, December, and January and February typically are a little bit darker. Even though we consume a lot with our air conditioning in the summer months, we are going to return energy back to the grid and receive a rate for rate bill credit. The rate for rate bill credit will help you in November, December, January, and February when you are going to produce surplus for those months. And in those months of that surplus of the DC to AC home use and back to the utility grid is net metering and rate for rate. So coming into the winter, you might see a nice negative, electric rates are so high, you might find negative $500 to be on your bill, if not more. So again, this is how solar works. If we lose power, let's say we lost power, a storm comes through and knocks power out, this is an event where if you did not have battery storage, we will talk about that in subsequent videos, but the solar system would not be able to produce. So the solar system is not operable in the event of a power outage with grid-tied solar and the way solar works here.